Alright, y'all. Today we're gonna make some pot roast. Alright, so these are my seasonings. I'm also gonna be using a pot roast kit. I had this kit from Kroger. It was in my freezer, so I'll be using that. I am gonna replace the carrots with some fresh carrots. Alright, so I'm going to start off by removing everything from the packets. I'm going to wash my vegetables. I have some potatoes, an onion, celery, and my beef roast. So I'm going to wash everything off. I'm going to throw away the carrots that came in the kit. They were a little too soft, and I'm just going to go ahead and replace them with some fresh carrots. Now I'm not going to use the seasoning packet that came in the kit. I'll be using my own seasonings. Starting off with some onion powder. I'm just going to season both sides. I'll add some garlic powder. Sprinkle it all over. You don't need much seasoning for this. It's so much flavor. Now I'm going to add some seasoned salt. You can add regular salt or no salt at all. It's up to you. And I'm going to add some black pepper. You want to be sure to coat both sides and pat it in, and then we're going to add it to a hot skillet with about a tablespoon of olive oil. We're going to allow it to sear for about 4 minutes on each side. Once it has formed a nice crust, you're going to go ahead and flip it over and do the same thing. Once it's done, you're going to remove it, put it in your baking dish. And that is how it should look. My kitchen smells so good right now. Now we'll prepare our sauce gravy mixture and get ready to pop it into the oven. I'm going to mix 1 packet of brown gravy and 1 cup of cold water. If you don't want to do this, you can add some beef broth. It's totally your preference. Now I'm just going to go ahead and mix it together. Now I'm just going to whisk it until there are no lumps and the mixture is nice and smooth. I am going to lightly season this mixture. I have some chicken bouillon seasoning. I'm going to add about half a tablespoon to that and whisk it all together. That's just going to bring it so much more flavor. Now I'm going to add the mixture over the roast. Then I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I honestly dreaded saying that, but yeah, about 3 tablespoons. Then we're going to add a packet of Lipton onion soup mix. Just pour the whole packet in. Now we're going to just lightly mix it all together, and then we're ready to bake. We're going to tightly seal it with aluminum foil. You want to make sure that it's tightly sealed, so I'm going to add 2 pieces and wrap it all over my baking dish. Once it is completely sealed, I am going to bake it in a preheated oven on 300 for about 2 hours before adding my vegetables. I don't want to add my vegetables too soon because I don't want them too soft. So I'm going to bake that 2 hours and I'm going to pull it out and add my vegetables into the pot roast. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pop it into the oven, and in the meantime I am going to season my vegetables. I have some garlic powder. You don't have to season it, but I want flavor all throughout this meal. Garlic powder, onion powder, just lightly sprinkle it. Don't need too much, it's just gonna give it that kick. Garlic powder, onion powder, and some roasted garlic and herb. Now you don't have to have these exact seasonings. Garlic powder and onion powder will do just fine. It's totally up to you. And you're just gonna go ahead and mix it all together. Now when our roast comes out, these vegetables will be ready to be added into the baking dish. Alright, now after 2 hours, I am adding my vegetables, and I just want to kind of submerge them into the juice so that they're able to cook and soften. Now after just 2 hours, I must say the roast is already becoming tender. You can literally press on it and it will almost come apart. So that's a good sign. After we add all of our vegetables to the dish, we're going to put it back into the oven for about an hour, hour and a half. You can cook it longer, it's totally up to you. But in total, this should cook for about 3 hours and 30 minutes. And as you can see, I'm just kind of pushing the vegetables up underneath, at least some of the onions. I'm lifting up the roast. Look at that roast, y'all. It's looking good. It's smelling so good, and the gravy is thickening. Now I'm going to rewrap it with foil, bake for an hour and 30, and here we have the finished product. Oh my goodness, it's so tender. Look at that roast, y'all, and look at the gravy, nice and thick. I'm telling you, this roast recipe is so easy, yet so flavorful and delicious. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plate it and add some gravy on top. As you can see, I paired it with some sauteed green beans and yellow rice. Oh my goodness, y'all, so good. If you've made it to the end, go ahead and drop me a fire emoji in the comments. I truly appreciate y'all's support. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me some comments, y'all, and make sure you're subscribed for more videos. I'm also going to give y'all a glimpse of my website. You can always go there for my cookbook or more recipes. They'll be uploading weekly. It's www.seasonedandsouthern.com. And from there, you can support me by purchasing my ebook. I also have a new hard copy cookbook coming out on June 10th, which is my birthday. So I'm so excited for that. Feel free to browse my website at any time, and I will see y'all in the next video.